The movement in the driver market this season has been an absolute rollercoaster, with shock moves happening as early as February. The very shock move that started it all off opened up many holes in the driver lineup that now seem close to being fully resolved. That very first hole that was opened up is now one of the last to be formally closed, with the Mercedes second seat proving to be a tricky problem to solve up until now. On the one hand, you had a plethora of experienced drivers around, with some race winners being forced out of their current seats, as well as the insecurity surrounding the world champions being too loud of a noise to ignore. Alongside that, however, the looming threat from underneath, a prodigy set to take to the sport within the coming years, making the long-term security at the team not worth the risk for drivers with their eyes on a stable position for 2026 and beyond. Like we said before, holes have now been filled, and with the most likely drivers already in the sport to take the Mercedes seat no longer viable, it appears that the stage is now set for Andrea Kimi Antonelli's debut race. Want to know the details surrounding Kimi Antonelli's rise into F1? All that's left is for the I's to be dotted and T's to be crossed, but the real question remains to be answered. Are Mercedes making a massive mistake? And stick around, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and there are some pretty big questions yet to be answered. With it now being reported that Andrea Kimi Antonelli will be announced as a Mercedes driver for 2025 at the Italian Grand Prix weekend, I think it's worth us taking a look at just how we got here and what exactly has led to Mercedes deciding that Antonelli is the correct option for the immediate future, beating out experienced and proven entities. It's been well known for a while now that there has been a reserve sign placed on the current number 44 car for when Lewis Hamilton departs Mercedes at the end of the year. Whether the sign was there for 2025, 26 or 27 really didn't matter, because regardless of when Mercedes were looking to promote Andrea Kimi Antonelli to Formula 1, it seems that the very public monitoring and expectations of the young Italian driver has thoroughly put off any other realistic prospect from the seat. Take Carlos Sainz, for example. You have a talented race-winning driver being forced out to Ferrari looking for revenge. However, he is also looking for stability in his position for the upcoming years, which he sees as being his prime. Having a young prospect being described like he is the second coming of Christ being fast-tracked past Formula 3 isn't exactly what you want breathing down your neck. The pressure coming from Antonelli's potential isn't the only pressure around, however, with the young Italian recently opening up about the pressures put on him by the public scrutiny created by Mercedes' very public expectations. According to Kimi, the pressure is certainly there, but he's digesting it in the most productive way that he can. When discussing a poor start to the F2 season which was out of his control, as well as how he is handling the public pressure, Antonelli had this to say: "My approach is to see it as a great opportunity to learn, grow, and also enjoy the moment. I'm not afraid of being judged. I know Mercedes has a clear opinion about my potential. Already this season in F2, the championship didn't kick off in the best way, but there were no negative thoughts. I am quite calm. If the opportunity presented itself to me, I would take it with eagerness and try to make the most of it. Recently, there has been some pressure on me with all the rumors about next year, but I have always tried to enjoy it. I'm enjoying the opportunities that I have." So it seems pressure isn't exactly going to be an issue for young Kimi, and now that Prema has remembered how cars work, he has been demonstrating some very good race pace and some very mature drives, with a victory in the wetted Silverstone in the sprint race being a highlight of his season so far. Not only that, but he has dominated his teammate and next year's Haas debutant, Oliver Behrman. Now, to be fair, Jeddah's super sub Behrman has had some pretty dismal luck so far this year. However, it hasn't exactly been smooth sailing for Antonelli either. The main thing that the Italian has been doing is maximizing any opportunity he has, even if he is let down by tyre strategy or a failing car. And this was demonstrated firsthand to Mercedes throughout multiple testing sessions behind closed doors, especially in some adverse weather conditions. However, this is where all the fantasizing about Antonelli walking in and instantly fitting in has to come into question, as well as the environment which he will be entering into. Mercedes are losing a key asset, one with the experience of world championships, race wins, and more important than anything else in regards to what he brings to the team, the development of a successful Formula 1 car. According to trackside engineering director Andrew Chauvelin, one of Lewis Hamilton's best attributes is his innate understanding of the car, assisting with car development, which with the 2026 regulations on the horizon will make for a particularly difficult attribute to replace. While yes, George Russell may have more experience by then and may have stepped up as the team's leader, the team will undoubtedly be weaker in terms of car development over the course of the season, as well as maximizing a car over the course of the race weekend due to the missing experience in the other side of the garage. Even Hamilton's understanding of tyres and communicating how they're reacting to different circuits will be a big miss. However, Mercedes have clearly decided that the risk of the team losing developing power is offset by the sheer potential that Andrea Antonelli provides. It's either that or the more experienced options that were available to them were scared off by the reserved sign over the second Mercedes seat. The real issue that Mercedes will face when Antonelli steps up next year will be the power vacuum created by Hamilton's exit and the pressure it will exert on both George Russell to be the team's leader as well as Antonelli to get up to speed quickly. It must be said though, adaptability has been the name of the game for Antonelli this year, as Toto Wolff has said that the pace has never been in question. A rapid rise through the junior formulas before skipping F3 hasn't exactly left much time for learning the minutiae. However, Antonelli has proven to be incredibly adept in regards to learning the ins and outs of the single-seater discipline. In fact, Antonelli didn't even know he was going to be racing in F2 until it was revealed to him by Toto Wolff in the build-up to the season. When asked by Autosport if he was taking success in Formula 2 for granted due to the public expectation, something which is a pretty weird question if you ask us, Antonelli responded, "No, because I never expected to go straight into F2. When they informed me that this was the plan, I thought it would be a big jump, because usually you go to F3 first, but at the same time the challenge was immediately appealing to me. I didn't plan on coming into F2 and winning everything. I was always aware that the jump from Formula Regional would be very challenging, and I was aware that I had a lot to learn, which I am still doing." Following this, he would go on to give an insight to his relationship with Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff, claiming that the team boss has served as a key influence in regards to his best drives of the season, insinuating that the relationship between the two should provide a smooth transition into Formula 1 when the day comes, as he said, "I am also very happy with the relationship I have with Toto Wolff. In difficult moments, I ask him for advice, and he always looks for a way to give me confidence. I'll give you an example. After the disappointing qualifying in Silverstone, I called him because it was a bit of a tough time. We talked a lot, and that conversation gave me back my confidence. And the next day I won, and it was really nice to see him under the podium. When you go through difficult times, I think you come out stronger in the end. Also in terms of attitude, Silverstone and Budapest confirmed it." So while there will certainly be a lot for Antonelli to get up to speed with, 2025 will likely give him the best opportunity to do so. While yes, Mercedes may provide a package capable of race wins and even a championship fight under the right drivers, Antonelli will be able to get up to speed with the behind-the-scenes workings as well as the trackside operations before adjusting with the rest of the paddock to the 2026 cars. While potentially hamstringing next season, Mercedes will be giving themselves the best long-term potential to fight at the front in the new regulations. And even then, a combination of a massively exciting rookie, a car capable of winning races, and an experienced teammate with something to prove sounds a lot like 2007 to us. Though hey, we may be getting ahead of ourselves here. Either way, a paddock full of rookies is an exciting prospect, especially compared to this year where there were no rookie drivers at all. So let us know what you think in the comments below. Is 2025 the only clean opportunity to get Antonelli into the Mercedes car? 2026 could be burning the candle at both ends, and 2027 may well be too late. So is it now or never for the prodigal Italian? Let us know your thoughts. Thank you for watching.